Hello, my name is Eugene Schieffer Chang. I'm a student at Curtin University, Singapore, majoring in Management and Finance. And today I'll be presenting about my career passport reflective video where I will talk about what I've learned from my employability tool, my experiences from enhancing your business mind, my overall time at Curtin University, and my future career plan, plus a short message to my future self at the end of my presentation. When looking back at my first employability tool, which I took in my strategic career design class, the tool showed me areas where I was strong in. As I learned, I had great communication skills, a good leadership orientation, and I had a high level of digital literacy. But it also showed me how I lacked emotional literacy, teamwork capabilities, and overall self esteem. The tool gave me insights into which areas I needed to improve, as after seeing the results of the tool, I immediately focused on improving my teamwork capabilities first, as I understood that it was one of my weakest areas. I realized that my low level of teamwork capabilities came from my own personal experiences with group members who couldn't fulfill their responsibilities, often forcing me to complete the most of the project alone. With this, I took the initiative to improve my teamwork skills, where I started by taking the lead in every group project I was a part in, as I had a good leadership orientation. And with my strong communication skills, it was easy for me to get my point across to my group mates, but I also made sure to show empathy and understanding, as I always kept an open mind to hear new ideas from other members, which might make our assignment better. As time went on, I found it easier to work in a team and realized that I didn't need it to do it alone every single time, and that I could rely on other people to help me. I improved my emotional literacy by always practicing mindfulness and becoming self aware, and always practiced active listening and reflected on my emotions daily in order to learn constructive ways to manage and express my feelings to other people. Seeing the result of my second attempt at the employability tool reassured me that I am on the right path of improvement, as my emotional literacy has improved significantly compared to the first time I took the test. Now, improving my self esteem was the hardest part, as the tool pointed out how I had a lack of it, and it made me realize how it was because I had always a negative perception on myself, where I always felt left behind and I was always trying to be good enough. However, gradually, after learning this from the employability tool, I tried to put myself in a different mindset, trying to put myself in a better place mentally. I did this by always surrounding myself with supportive friends and challenging my own negative thoughts. And over time, I managed to build my own confidence and reassure myself of my worth, as I haven't realized how far I've grown until I took the test again in Seminar 12, and my progress showed how far I've come as an individual, as my self esteem level has never been higher. All in all, this tool was extremely helpful for me to not only identify areas where I excel in, but also areas where I lacked and where I needed to put my focus in order to grow as an individual. I realized how the employability tool has helped me not only enhance my chances of employability, but also help me understand who I am as a person and what I need to do in order to become the person I strive to be. Moving on, I would like to reflect on my time in enhancing a business mind, but before I start, I just have to say that this class was unlike any other class I've ever taken, as instead of a typical tutorial with a PowerPoint and short explanation every week, we had weekly hands-on group activities where each week I had new teammates, new problems, and a new way to apply what I learned. Working in these groups pushed me to speak up, listen carefully, and find common ground with my group members quickly, as I got better at reading the room, asking questions, and turning broad ideas into actions. I believe that these are the exact skills that employers value, alongside clear communication, teamwork, and the ability to move a project forward even when the time is short. Along the way, I made some new friends too, people who I thought I would never be friends with or get along with, people from different countries, from different cultures, and it helped me keep an open mind when meeting new people moving forward. I believe the greatest lesson I learned that I will take to my future workplace came from completing the two elevator pitches, as despite my communication skills being quite good, my presentation skills, on the other hand, were a whole different mess. I always felt nervous and anxious before presentations and always had to prepare far back the presentation that day to keep myself calm when the day of the presentation finally arrives. So when I heard we had to do two elevator pitches with little to no preparation at all, I felt extremely uneasy and it showed in my first pitch as I mumbled my message and spoke too quickly. But listening and using the feedback I got from my tutor, Mr. Derek Fu, gave me the encouragement I needed to bounce back in assignment 2 and improve my overall presentation skills. This is one of the lessons I intend to take with me into my future workplace, as it taught me the value of staying calm under pressure, listening and using feedback to adapt quickly, even when I don't have time to prepare. If I could mention one negative experience from this class, it would have been my very first week, where I still remember that we had to build a spaghetti tower using tape and a marshmallow. and my groupmates and I had a huge fight on how the tower should be built. But I saw this experience as a learning opportunity, as I saw how not to communicate with one another when working as a team. It showed me how quickly things can go wrong if we don't share our ideas clearly and try to accomplish tasks in our own selfish way. This is another important lesson I intend to take with me to my future career, as it reminded me that strong teamwork requires clear communication, respect for different perspectives, and finding a common ground before moving forward with any project. Overall, this class challenged me in ways I didn't expect, but it left me with a sharper communication skills, stronger teamwork habits, and the confidence to face challenges with an open mind, which I know will serve me well in both my career and personal life. Moving forward, I would like to reflect on my time at Curtin University, where it was a journey of laughs, tears, and sweat. I chose to major in management and finance, as I mentioned previously, and to be completely honest, I think I made the right decision. Finance taught me how many moves, how to analyze risk, and how to think in terms of value and trade off, while management taught me how to work with people, solve problems, and communicate clearly. Together, I truly believe that they are the core of any business and fit almost any industry, and I can see how this mix will help me in my future career. While at the university, I try to balance my time to accommodate both my social life and responsibilities, and I'm happy to say, despite it being difficult, I've managed to pull through my studies while making a lot of friends along the way, which I did by always completing my assignments early to make time for my friends and other activities. Despite all the experience I went through, I still wish I would have joined more clubs, attended more workshops earlier, made more friends, and got out more instead of staying at home or at the library alone. And I also wished I had talked to my lecturers and tutors more often and tried to get more feedback from them or just listen to the stories they have to tell. Overall, did I enjoy university? Yes, I did, because I made a lot of friends along the way, met some interesting people from different cultures and backgrounds, and my friends are the highlight of my journey at Curtin University, as they were always there to help me, guide me, and lend me a helping hand whenever I needed it. My experience was also made special because of the tutors and lecturers I got to learn from, as I got to learn from the most intelligent people in Asia. Despite my desire to graduate and pursue higher studies, I am truly going to miss my time at university and will always cherish the memories I made here. Moving forward, I plan to continue my studies in China, pursuing a master's in finance, and I'm excited to build on what I've learned to take the next step. My future career plan is to become an entrepreneur and pursue my dream of becoming a property developer, as my main mission is to make housing more affordable to families all over my country so that everyone can have a place they can call home. My immediate step after graduation is to work for a large development company such as Chitraland or Agung Podomoro. First, the reason I'm doing this is to gain more experience and learn how development firms run projects end to end. Learning each step inside a real company will help me build my own practical skills, grow my strong network, and give me the confidence I need before starting my own firm. To further secure my career path, I plan to join industry organizations such as Real Estate Indonesia or HICME, where I can meet other entrepreneurs alike and mentors who can help me on my journey and build my network. I will also look for a mentor at my first company and challenge myself by volunteering for the most difficult tasks to learn at a faster rate, where I will also volunteer at housing NGOs to listen to the community and understand what they need. After 3 to 5 years, once I have experience saving and partners, I plan to launch my own development firm focused on smart, efficient, and affordable housing, and I will use everything I learned here in university and, and on the job to deliver projects that are both profitable and socially impactful. If I had to send a message to my future self in 5 years, I would say never forget the lessons you learned in university. Always remember to keep your head up and keep being a lifelong learner. Remember the people who helped you along the way, your friends, your teachers, your family, as without them you wouldn't be here today. The most important part I want to say to my future self, and I want you to remember this, is to always take care of your family and put them as your number one priority and be the person they can always rely on. To conclude today's presentation, the employability tool showed me areas where I excelled and the areas where I was lacking in, helping me channel my focus to improve certain aspects of my personality to help turn my weaknesses into strengths. Enhancing your business mind gave me a hands-on experience that improved my presentation and teamwork skills and gave me new friends and lessons along the way. And my time at Curtin University was nothing short of special, as it taught me discipline, balance, and resilience, making me prepared to face my future career, helping me on my journey to become Indonesia's leading developer, while creating social benefits with real impacts. And finally, to my future self, I want to say always remember where you came from and why you started in the first place. Thank you all for listening. I really appreciate your time, and I hope I get to see you again in the near future. And goodbye.